In the story, humanity faces an unbeatable foe, the Zal'Quor Empire, a war-hardened species that has crushed countless civilizations. Rather than resist with conventional means, which would only lead to their annihilation, humans choose deception as their weapon. They understand that survival does not always come from strength, but from the ability to manipulate perception. This form of survival requires an unprecedented level of coordination. Governments, scientists, and engineers unite in a global effort not to fight, but to vanish. Every record of human existence is erased. Digital archives are purged, infrastructure is dismantled, and the entire planet is carefully altered to appear as if civilization never existed. Even artificial intelligence systems are programmed to delete themselves, leaving no traces of human technological advancements. The strategy is simple: if the enemy sees nothing worth conquering, they will leave. Unlike traditional deception, which involves hiding or creating illusions, this method rewrites history itself. The Zal'Quor rely on intelligence reports gathered over centuries, but when they arrive, they find a world that contradicts their expectations. The psychological effect is profound. The warlord and his crew, trained to expect resistance, are left bewildered. Without an enemy to engage, their purpose crumbles. Conquering a lifeless planet provides no glory, no resources, and no strategic value. The humans never fired a single shot, yet they won the battle before it even began. This deception is not just a trick, but a radical redefinition of survival. Traditional war strategies assume an enemy will engage in battle, but the humans realize the only way to win is to remove the need for battle entirely. By choosing disappearance over confrontation, they achieve what no other civilization has managed: complete avoidance of conflict with an unstoppable force. The Zal'Quor, who thrive on domination, are rendered powerless. In the end, deception becomes the ultimate act of resistance, proving that survival is not always about overpowering an enemy, but ensuring they have nothing to fight against in the first place. Information has always been a powerful tool in warfare, but in this scenario, humanity takes it to an extreme, weaponizing the very fabric of reality by controlling data, records, and historical narratives. The Zal'Quor Empire expects to conquer Earth based on centuries of intelligence gathering. Yet, when they arrive, the planet appears barren and abandoned. This is not a natural disappearance, but a meticulously executed manipulation of information, one that rewrites history itself. Every civilization leaves behind traces: cities, infrastructure, digital footprints, but humans systematically erase all evidence of their existence. Satellites that once transmitted human broadcasts are silenced. Archives containing cultural, scientific, and technological records are deleted. Even physical landmarks are altered or destroyed to ensure that no visible remnants remain. The invasion fleet, despite its overwhelming firepower, is rendered useless because it cannot conquer what it cannot perceive. The very idea of humanity is erased from the invaders' grasp. The strategy relies on understanding the nature of information and perception. The Zal'Quor, like most conquerors, depend on intelligence reports to guide their actions. Without confirmed targets, their entire war machine becomes ineffective. Their psychological framework, built around dominance, crumbles when there is nothing to dominate. Information is not just data, it shapes reality, influences decisions, and determines the course of entire civilizations. By taking control of that information, humans do more than hide. They redefine their presence in the universe. This level of control demands an extraordinary commitment. It is not enough to simply delete records. The deception must be absolute. If even a fragment of human existence remains discoverable, the invaders may persist in their search. Humanity's survival depends on total erasure, not just of physical structures, but of the very knowledge that they once existed. In a galaxy where war is fought with ships and weapons, humans introduce a new battlefield: the war of information itself. By mastering this battlefield, they render an unstoppable enemy powerless, proving that the ability to control what is known can be more decisive than any weapon ever created. Resistance has traditionally been defined by direct conflict, armies clashing, fortifications holding the line, and rebellions rising against oppressors. But when faced with an enemy so powerful that no form of traditional resistance could succeed, humanity pioneers a radical new approach, erasing itself from the battlefield entirely. This is not surrender, nor is it hiding. It is a deliberate, calculated move to make conquest impossible by denying the invaders any reason to invade. Instead of preparing for a war they could never win, humans focus on removing themselves from the equation. The effort is global, requiring an unprecedented level of coordination. Governments, scientists, and engineers work together not to build weapons, but to dismantle civilization in a way that leaves nothing behind. Cities are carefully deconstructed, historical records erased, infrastructure wiped out. Every trace of human existence is methodically removed, leaving an illusion of a planet long abandoned. What makes this form of resistance unique is that it does not fight the enemy on their terms. The Zal'Quor Empire, like all conquerors, expects a battle, whether through direct military engagement or guerrilla tactics. Their strength lies in their overwhelming force, but that force becomes meaningless when there is nothing left to fight. With no enemy to engage, no territory to seize, and no civilization to subjugate, they are left with no purpose. The strategy is not about survival and hiding, it is about reshaping the battlefield entirely. Humanity does not cower in the shadows, it rewrites the rules of war. By making their existence untraceable, they turn the enemy's greatest strength into irrelevance. The Zal'Quor leave Earth not because they were defeated, but because there was nothing for them to conquer. This form of resistance is more than a tactical decision. It is a philosophical shift. It challenges the very nature of what it means to fight back. Victory is not about destroying the enemy, it is about making the enemy's purpose obsolete. By refusing to play the game of war, humanity ensures its survival in a way no species has before, proving that the most powerful resistance is sometimes the one that is never seen at all.